Hey, finally, we're back.
What's good? What's good?
Man, that was an ordeal, man.
Hey, we stick it out.
Hell yeah. Hey,
We don't.
apologies for being late, y'all. We're about hour and a half late here, but we're having some technical difficulties, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
pushed through. We tried to pivot, didn't really quite work, and we back. So,
We gonna make it though.
yeah.
Basically,
What up, Q?
I'm here.
I, man, you looking
Been a
blue.
little journey. Been a little journey.
We made it though. Look like we made it,
Yeah.
High
We
five.
on that live thing tick. Bob,
bro.
Let's go.
you know it,
All right,
man.
everyone. So we got a good
It's
show
another.
for tonight. Yeah, we're running a little bit late, but we still got an amazing show. So
Don't
definitely
lie
stay.
to us, folks. We are a lot of bit late.
All right. So being an hour and a half late is kind of throwing me off a little bit. All right. So, but we're gonna jump right into it.
It's all good.
Anything from y'all first before we get started here?
Hey man, first things first, man. We gotta kick the sports off. I'm going straight to the NFL. You know what time it is.
Yup.
Preseason been going down. I'm gonna call it out again. You saw what Shador did.
No. Hey, what'd he do?
I know you saw what Shador did.
What'd he do, man?
14, 23, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Shut
Led
up.
3 scoring drives, 2 passing touchdowns.
Wow.
No interceptions. I repeat, over 100 QB rating
Wow.
for that game. Dylan Gabriel, however, did not show the same. Now, I will say, if I'm correct, he had to play Philly. So, he was 13 of 18, 143 yards. They gave him 144. Average yardage attempt was about 7.9 yards. 0 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, 1 fumble, credit to him. So 2 turnovers, 2 sacks. All right.
Who is that, Dylan?
That would be Dylan Gabriel, the man who is ahead of young Shador. And I say young Shador because Dylan is older, I do believe. Man played 6 years in college before he got drafted. People don't know that these boys be getting themselves some time bought. Be playing a whole lot of games. So his resume in college looked real good, but that is completely due to the fact that he played 6 years in college.
He old, man. He's 24.
He's already 24.
Dang.
So, but no hate to the young man. Other than the 2 giveaways, he actually played a solid game. Yardage and yards per were pretty on point. Most of his throws were actually pretty on point. He still seemed to have command of his offense when they were on the field. So all in all, he did not do a bad job. But Shador won his debut with 2 touchdowns and 3 scoring drives led. Amen.
Nice.
And we're going to call that what it is. Now, just going to go over the scores for preseason week 2, Titans-Falcons. The score ended up 23-10. Tennessee, they kicked the field goal late in the game to take it. That score was going back and forth, because that's what you're going to get when you practice with each other all. You're scrimmaging with each other all week. But what y'all didn't see, and I don't know if you can pull up the Atlanta Falcons somewhere on social media or any of their clips or anything of that nature. Because in the practices, what you're going to see is Michael Penix Jr. bombing throws to Ray McCloud. One of the new guys, I think he's a new draft guy that we got, CJ somebody. He looks real good. And, of course, Drake London is winning contested balls in their practices, in which none of those boys took the field in this preseason game, right? Okay, so moving on. Chiefs Seahawks, 33-16 Seahawks.
You're moving too fast, man. I just pulled up the Atlanta Falcons footage. I don't know if you want to see this or we can just.
Go ahead. Pull it up, and then for the rest of the way. I mean, and then mostly, if you've got a team that you want to see, I'll go ahead and we can pull them up too. But
right.
Most of us are down here in Atlanta, so we're kind of basing it here.
So this is really just him mic'd up at training camp.
Ooh,
let's get it.
I got one of those microphone things on me.
There's Kirk.
I got a microphone on. Yo, I got a mic on. Mic on the mic. I didn't think the sun was gonna come out all week. On the weather thing, like at the beginning of the week, said the sun wasn't coming out all week.
Yeah, it was raining all week. It was raining this morning.
Yeah, hot today.
All right, here we go.
Messed up my plan.
Thunder white.
Yeah, hey man, let's go snap first, man. Come on now. Knowing him, we gonna throw like deep today.
How
Get the boys warmed up.
here?
I got a mic on. I know you got a mic on.
I ain't do that.
You didn't tell me when you had a mic on.
Nah, because I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
I leave you alone in practice. I only mess with you off the field. In practice, I
I'm
like
gonna see
messing.
get some pros. They had some clips.
There was a ball, 176.
Them in Tennessee's practices this week.
I remember that number from last year. That was great.
Or
And
the
I
week
think it's
before
a
the game, of course.
156 too.
And yeah, the boys looking good. Everything looking good.
Hey, what was that? Was that the
What's up?
Oh no, never mind.
You talking about?
Nothing. Did you have the audio on, Eddie?
Yeah, I muted it real quick. Chris was talking.
It could have been better somehow, some way. Hey, good job, y'all boys. Good job. Is that
Yeah. That's the video playing.
With Tyler. On
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, bro. Game day, I'm not missing. You gonna find out, JP. I don't miss the game, what? Lose? That's the end zone. You see, he falling forward. Man, I've been in Indiana and Washington. I had to adapt to different cultures. I go out there saying jit and all them boys. What you talking about? Are they confused? You know, you was in Arizona, coming from Florida. You know how them boys be.
No.
I feel like that's the play. We want that matchup. Little baseball background. Side on. Hey, Newser, way to be great. Way to be great. That's not a tackle.
Right before you got
Q.
Get down. Good catch.
Hey, Q.
That's a play. Oh, not stock. S-T-A-L-K. Stock, S-T-O-C-K.
Now I was about to say that sounds like Q. What? Dude sound like you, man. That's funny.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna run it back again. Seahawks over Chiefs. Final was 33-16. Broncos over Cardinals, 27-7. Packers over Colts, 23-19. Browns actually over the Eagles, 22-13. Patriots over Vikings, 20-12. Texans over Panthers, 20-3. Dolphins over Lions, 24-17. 49ers over Raiders, 22-19. Buccaneers over Steelers, 17-14. Ravens over Cowboys, 31-13. Giants over Jets, 31-12. Rams over Chargers, 23-22. Sunday, August 17th. Jaguars and Saints tied, 17-all. Final. They let it go. Woo!
There you go.
Hey.
Bears
All
over Bills. Bears over Bills. 38-0. The Bills didn't put nobody on the field. The Bills had the mascot playing.
Wow.
They had to. And finally, Bengals over Commanders Monday night, 31-17. That's all the scores for preseason week 2. We'll go back over that again next week after another week of football. Last week of preseason.
Hey,
And then we own.
You know
And then
what
we
I
own.
need? I need that
What you need?
WNBA update, man.
Let's hear it. Come on.
Yeah, I need that, man. Let's go.
Come on. Hang on. I got you. Tuesday, August 19th. Atlanta Dream and the Las Vegas Aces currently tied 35, 226 in the second. You can catch that on the NBA TV if you care to support the ladies. Mercury Valkyries, 40-43. Valkyries up. 5:11 left in the second. Lynx Liberty, 85-75 final. Liberty over the Lynx. Wait a minute. The Sun over the Mystics. Final. Sun 80, Mystic 69. The Seattle Storm over the Chicago Sky, 94-88. And that was all from this evening so far. The last games looks like was Sunday, August 17th. The Indiana Fever played the Connecticut Sun. Fever over the Sun, 99-93. Sparks over the Mystics over the Sparks, 95-86. Aces over the Wings, 106-87. Mercury over the Storm, 85-82. And the Dream over the Valkyries, 79-63. That's your last 2 days of WNBA basketball. We'll go back over that again. These ladies are ramping up into the heat of their season. Their All-Star weekend is come and gone, and they are trying to determine who's going to go into the playoffs. So tune in to the ladies, man. You're going to see them get some plays. You're going to see Angel Wilson start doing her thing. Hopefully, you're going to see a healthy Caitlin Clark. You're going to see a dominating Angel Reese that's not as much in the media anymore now that the season's winding down, right? She's going to buckle down. She's going to focus. She's going to get ready for the season. You're going to see Necker. You're going to see some of these other ladies out here, right? Man, I can't wait for Juju to get into the league.
The
Playing. She
There
coming.
it is.
once WNBA ends, then it's NBA again. So let's go.
Showing up.
There it
We're
is.
coming up on football season. Next week, last preseason football.
Hey,
All right.
thank you, CJ, for the sports update there,
You know that.
as usual. All right, so I guess we're gonna switch gears now. What we got? We
Yep.
got you were maybe we move over to the entertainment side. I know that we got Wednesday just released Ballerina. I think you saw that, right, T? You've been hyped
Yeah,
on
yeah, man. It's a
a lot of different things.
awesome, man. Awesome movie. Ballerina was way different than what I expected. I won't give away anything if no one has really seen it. But what I can tell you is, from what I learned, 'cause I told Chris about this earlier, and I'm just catching up to this, so I didn't know that she was like the female version of John Wick, and it is ridiculous. So yeah, I loved it. I liked it, and of course, Alien Earth, which is out now. Still waiting on the third episode of that. But the first two episodes to me were pretty good. I think the first episode of Alien Earth was probably a whole lot better. But
I could take you there if you'd like.
So you're disappointed?
no, I'm not disappointed. I can tell that they're building the storyline. Um, the only thing for me with Alien Earth is
You will always be weaker.
story about the android, which I'm a little confused about.
Painful lies.
Oh, that was like a different plot line or something? Like a different storyline within the show?
The way that they're building the androids, and I guess I can say this, a lot of people don't know.
Eve Macaro, the Roscoe. What a pleasure.
But they're building the androids in a way that they come from children. So it's a little bit different from what, like if you
just walked into.
if you come from the 80s when Aliens came out, it's a little bit different. And that right there was an awesome scene. Awesome scene. Both of those scenes are dope. Actually.
Killed my father.
So Ballerina was a lot better than you were expecting now.
Oh no! When I checked into Ballerina, I didn't know what to expect. So I'm coming in with brand new ears and eyes, man. When I watch the show, but yeah, it was really dope.
Try to tell you, I was
Of
gonna
course,
like that.
of course, your boy showed up. He showed up at the end of the film, at the end of the movie. John Wick.
Call the Baba Yaga.
He showed up a couple of times.
How do I start doing what you do?
But it was way doper than what I thought it was.
Nice.
You see the dope violence
That
going on
that
right
scene, that scene, where she's in that she had went. Okay, I'll tell you this. She had went to go grab some coffee. She had went to go grab some coffee. And she was in like this little lodge, kind of lodge, coffee shop or whatever, and they came for her. And one of the guys, I can never remember this dude's name, but he came for her. But I think he had played, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Leon. No, I'm lying. His name wasn't Leon. I can't remember the dude's name in the movie, but I think it was in the 90s. He played the guy who came in to come for Ballerina. He played in Bloodsport 2 and I think Bloodsport 3. And I've seen him, in a couple other shows and films. But no, it was definitely dope. And then just to see this guy, who I can't remember whose name it was, but to see him go from where he used to be, because I've seen him throughout all the years. No, it was dope. It was really dope. If you see him, you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, outside of that, though, the Alien Earth, like I said, I'm still trying to. We're about to be in the third episode today, so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with these androids, because they're taking them and they're using kids that are really sick, and they're just transferring their mental into these android bodies. So I'm confused right now, because I'm thinking about, well, when Ripley was out, did the android was that android like that, or? But he really wasn't. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But other than that, though, I'm feeling Alien Earth right now, and I'm giving it right now. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 right now until we
Wow.
get further into the story. Yeah, so pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Strong.
Set your DVRs, hit that record button, and then while you're at it, of course, give us a like and a subscribe. TMH Comics, we come in every single week on Tuesdays. Just hanging out. Y'all could join the convo. Drop a comment in here. All right.
Yeah.
Let's definitely move things forward for sure.
Let's go.
Anything else, guys?
Anything else?
Are we-
Again, I think.
Oh, you know what? I heard about this. Listen, check this out, right? And this is going off of, off the mark a little bit. There's something going through the rumor mill. I'm not really sure yet, but they're talking about trying to do a Booster Gold film. Not really sure. Not really there yet, but we'll see. My only question is, if they
I've heard
do
talk.
decide to do the Booster Gold, who would play Booster Gold? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I mean? Maybe they'll get somebody young that they don't know about that's just, coming into the business, or they'll get somebody more established. Because sometimes in film, you got to have somebody that has a more established name. But it would be
The
interesting
dude
to
that's
see
blowing up
Booster
right now,
Gold. It would be interesting.
Glenn.
You said who?
Glenn Powell.
Bro, what is Booster Go?
Glenn Powell.
What is
Booster
Oh,
Gold.
you gotta look him up. Booster Gold.
that?
He's a DC
He's
character.
more like a comedian in a sense, but he has like high tech stuff, high tech gadgets and stuff like that. But
Okay, I think I know who that is. It's been a minute.
But
Yeah.
he's really only high tech because he traveled back in time from the future.
right,
Where he comes from, he's average as hell until he begins to start developing the relationship with that robot right
mm. Mhm.
now. Once he starts really digging in and partnering with his AI, he does develop into a full-blown super.
And I wouldn't be surprised if James Gunn brings him into the fold. I wouldn't be surprised, because him even bringing in Mr. Terrific into the fold, that was really unexpected. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought Booster Gold in. You know what I'm saying? But
Well,
at the same time for DC, I would say this. I'm still more concerned about what the original crew. So although they're doing Superman, Batman, they're doing Green Lantern, they're doing Aquaman, Wonder Woman, they still have not touched on Martian Manhunter. That's what I don't like. So I would love to see that happen, and then they can move forward to everything else. Because they've even done Flash and Cyborg. So, and Cyborg wasn't even a part of that original crew. But I would love to see also a solo film on Martian Manhunter as well. So I'm still hoping for that as well. Maybe James Gunn can do something to kind of pull him in to where he has just a leading role or more of a big role, just like the rest of the original Justice Team lead. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see about that.
I would really like to see, again, I think we said it before, but I would really like to see their take on the live action version of the Wonder Twins.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what they could do with Jan and Jace. I thought that would be very, very interesting.
But there's so many characters that they haven't touched on. Like even like some of the original that you grew up with from Marvel, they haven't even touched on some of those. Maybe it's a licensing situation.
Speaking of, I'm glad you brought that up, sir, because one of the next Marvel series to be hitting the scene and being played by the brother Yahya Abdul Mateen is going to be Wonder Man.
Wonder Man, yep.
We're getting Wonder Man. We're getting the next step in the Vision Quest series from WandaVision to now to Vision. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that, Jan and Jace? Okay. I would also moving away from Marvel and DC. I would like to see what they would do with a live action version of Space Ghost.
Space Ghost? Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about that as
Because
well.
that is not Jan and Jace. Those are the twins that rock the Space Ghost.
Oh, so these people here aren't Jan and Jace?
Now click that picture. Right there. Where down there where they're in purple. And that's crazy. Now look at this, America. And the rest of the world. Sorry. Hey, we're on the internet. We ain't limited. Space Ghost twins have Jan, Jace, and Blip.
Blip's the monkey.
However, I don't really recall seeing the monkey with Space Ghost. But that's what was throwing me off in the first place was the color of the outfits.
Hey, look.
Because that's the brother and sister that ride the Space Ghost. Those
not
are
to
the
go off.
Twins.
Not to go off.
They're both Jan and Jace.
Not to go off on a tangent, but since we're talking about animals and stuff, what do y'all think about a movie based off the real Ghostbusters with the gorilla? Yeah, the real Ghostbusters.
Wait, what is that? Real Ghostbusters?
The real Ghostbusters. What do you mean?
Yeah, I thought. Are you talking about
the real Ghostbusters?
Marshmallow Man?
See, people don't know. A lot of people don't know that Winston and all them guys weren't the original Ghostbusters. There was an actual cartoon that came out in the 70s that was the real Ghostbusters.
Wait. Is it these guys? I'm already.
No. Those are the Ghostbusters.
Now pull up the real Ghostbusters.
I mean, this is what's coming up.
No. Put Ghostbusters with the 8, and then you'll see.
Oh, you know what? I think that's the big problem because they had come out as the real Ghostbusters because
they had to come out as the real Ghostbusters, but then the original name was Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
period.
Just Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
But I think that could work if you had a couple of comedians in there. It would probably be more of a comedy than it would be like, what I'm saying, live action, serious type of thing. It would be more of a comedy.
See, they're still making it hard to find information on this original cartoon.
Never seen it, never heard about it.
There you go.
Right there.
There you go. That's them.
What?
Yeah, Q. You a little a few years behind, man. But they had
Those
a cartoon
the original
out.
Ghostbusters.
They had a cartoon out back in the day.
So are these are completely unrelated franchises, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say because this is a different vibe. This
if I'm not mistaken, I think I could be wrong. Weren't they Hanna-Barbera? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. They might not have been.
I'm not. I don't remember that far back. Not that detailed.
I don't see.
They were either Hanna-Barbera or somebody else. No, it would be more of a comedy. So just like imagine like you getting like what's your boy's name? The Rock in it, and then somebody else. Just for an example, it would be more of a comedy slapstick film than anything else. But they kind of, in a way, sort of Ghostbusters and Scooby Doo kind of imparted in certain kind of characteristics of the show. You know what I'm saying? Like they were always looking for a mystery. They was always looking for who done it type of thing. So it was more of a detective thing than anything. I think Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters, was more of the sci-fi stuff, even though they still had the who done it, who did it, and we got to go find out and blah blah blah. But it was more serious back then.
That's funny. I don't know if it's the Hanna-Barbera influence, if it is related to Hanna-Barbera, but I definitely was getting some Scooby-Doo vibes right here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't really see the picture all that clear, at least on my screen, but like that looks like, what's his name, Fred?
Right.
Fred?
Oh, but you know what? You know what too? I'm tripping. They could end up getting somebody like a Cedric the Entertainer to play the fat character, and you know, somebody else, maybe Mike Epps or something, to do something like that. But it would still be dope.
True.
I don't know, man. Cedric and DL. I remember them.
No, not DL.
They like they should be playing like grandpas. No disrespect. I'm just saying they just a little bit older now. You know what I mean? I think it's the white hair. It's like all white. Saying, man, like, dude, it's so funny, man. Hey, I just remember him in the. I don't remember what it was for, but you know, he was still in the game and still spitting game. He knows what's up, man. But he just, you know.
Hey, man, that's what the diet's for, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They still in the game. They still, well, some of them still in shape, but you know, everybody, you know, once you get to a certain age, when you go complete, like you got to use that diet.
It's crazy though, seeing that Kings of Comedy, right? Because that was them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 something years ago, dude. That's wild.
Hey, man, they living good now, man. I saw a video online with Steve Harvey at his compound. He was on the lake fishing. I said, "Oh my God, I would love to be like that right now. Catching catfish and doing all, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever he was doing. It was so dope, man."
That's
He's
the
just
life right there.
Look though, catching them and throwing them back in the lake. I'm catching them and I'm taking them to the house. I'm putting them in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I'm chopping, I'm scaling the fish, I'm chopping it up, I'm gutting them out. Yeah, man, it was dope.
Yeah. Them stock trophy fish, he catching them and throwing them back.
Yeah. Because you know, at the same time, he probably done had people dump stuff in there, dump the fish in there and stuff. So he don't, you know what I mean? If you spend the money on it, you ain't gonna you gonna let them breed, do what they do. You might grab a couple of them, but you gonna keep the majority of them in there.
Wait, you said he has his own like lake or like a lake near?
Yeah, man. Somewhere out in Texas, man. He does all the foundational stuff.
Private lake.
Yes, he does a lot of foundation stuff for kids. Like he brings kids together that have like issues, their family and stuff. They come, or they have behavioral issues. They'll come together. All the kids, he'll bring them together once. I think it's once a year. They'll all come together and they'll learn how to become, you know what I'm saying, to become men of standard. So he does that once a year, and the compound is crazy. Like he got a lot of land. He's chilling. He's really chilling. But I saw that video somewhere on Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, just him, Steve Harvey, and also too, I think it's Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. You know, they are always on their lakes fishing. That's the video right there. That's it.
Catching, it'd be simple. It's an art. You just fish. You hunting for something that's gotta eat. Just enjoy yourself, man. Out here, look at the water.
That's crazy, man. His own lake.
Wow. It's that old
Crazy.
money.
I mean, he's been in the game for a long time. No, it's not the old money. Listen, it's not the old money. It's the Family Feud. It's
Yeah.
also the pageant
And the
stuff he
talk
was
show.
doing. The talk
All the
show.
hosts.
remember-
Also the what is it in New York when they do during Christmas?
Apollo.
You know what I'm saying? All that stuff.
As I said,
Yeah,
all
that's
the
what I'm
hosting
saying.
that he does.
He made all that money back then. So I'm, if he just made a few $100,000, he could have grabbed a house or 2 or 5, right? 10,
Doing
20
it,
years, boom, he got a lake.
man. He's doing it, man.
Yeah, he's.
Oh yeah.
And he also bought Tyler Perry's old house, the old mansion Tyler Perry had. So
Wow.
new mansion that Tyler Perry built
That's dope.
is way more ridiculous than that.
That's what I was gonna say. Tyler must have built a crazy mansion.
But you know what's so crazy? Like, if you're by yourself, no kids, no wife, or nothing like that,
Yeah.
and you got 18 rooms, nah, I don't think I could do that.
Most of them rooms stay closed up. Yeah.
Or unless you got your whole family there, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's different.
I think at that point, when you're worth that much, it's really just a flex.
You know what?
I mean,
And people with houses that big, I guarantee you, a lot of times they don't live there full time neither. They do stuff like only go back. They probably have other smaller places
I know.
that they chill at.
Perfect example of that. What you're saying, Chris, would be somebody like a Rick Ross. Because if you think about it, Rick Ross now here in Atlanta has been renting out the space of his crib for those car shows and stuff like that. Everybody know where he stay at. That ain't his main crib.
Oh yeah, he done put a farm on the land and everything.
Yeah, he got something else going on, like in Miami or something. So he's chilling. You know what I'm saying? House is crazy. That's too much for one person, man.
wow.
That's way too much. I wouldn't look. I don't care how much money I get.
Yeah,
I would not get nothing that big, bro. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
How you going?
Over time, what happens is you gotta think about this though.
Every day.
Right, there you go. You gotta have people maintaining the crib and all that. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You talking about You talking about cleaning up certain rooms that you even probably never even been in, just to have them dusted off and stuff like that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. That's way too much for me.
They're saying this house is $100 million.
I can believe it.
It's way too much of a crib.
What is that? The Promised Land?
Wow. Now what's this
Look at
called?
the property.
It's way too much. That's way too much, man. For one person? I mean, hey man, live how you live. Get it how you get it. But that for me, just me personally, that's way too much. If I were listen,
billions, I would have
if
some.
I were no, but listen, if I was only worth 10 million, I would probably go get a house for about 750.
Well, that's what you
But
said.
I'm chilling
That's what
out
you just said. You just said it. 10 million. 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
I want
But
more land than house.
that crib costs 100 million, meaning it has to belong to a billionaire.
Yeah, but I'm just giving an example. Even if I was a billionaire, bro, I'm only gonna spend up to 1 million on a crib if I decided to do that. But outside of that, I'm probably only gonna do 750, 800 at the most.
They like
I'm
to send
done.
money into their homes because they find ways to write that money off right inside.
Yeah, of course.
I would do 1 million on some land and put a $500,000 house there. But I spend $1 million on the land.
Get the land.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's 1.5. That's 1.5. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, it just, I couldn't pull up to a house that looks like the Vanderbilt and be like, all right, I'm good. I'm not good. Like, ain't nobody there but you.
That's probably his whole house, bro. Like I said, I think it's just a flex because dude is like, all right,
Yeah,
I can get 2,000.
like you said, with that, hopefully everybody's not gonna be there with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully
Eddie,
in a house like that.
So Eddie, would you be flexing if you were worth $1 billion or something like that. I mean, you got more kids than most of us do on there right now. But what I'm saying is, would it be a flex for you to go do that and say, all right, boom, I got X amount of money, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get this X amount of house, and I'm good.
I think it depends. And here's the thing with Tyler. He probably already ran through everything, right? You get your first meal, you probably buy your mama a house, right? You get a Lambo, Ferrari, Range Rover, whatever, Maybach, whatever folks are getting now. And he already done all that. All that money. So to him, I think it's just an investment. Because if he's dropping 100 mil right now, this thing's gonna be worth 200 mil, right? 250 in like 5 to 10 years.
Let me ask y'all something, because now what Eddie just said, I'm thinking about this.
House instead of
Let
what
me
it
ask
is
you
into the state.
If you had let's say 500 million, right? You got a lot of money right now. What would be the first thing you guys would invest in?
But first thing, what?
That you would invest in?
Real estate properties. How about apartments?
If you got 500 mil, you can do a lot of things.
$500 million. Yeah.
I just want to know. I want to know y'all's input on it.
It had to be land first. It had to be some land first.
That'd be the first thing y'all do.
It would be apartments. I would go buy apartments.
I mean,
two
that
things
can't be
people
the
always
first
gonna
thing.
need is somewhere to get around and somewhere to stay.
You got to clear up old stuff first.
No, yeah, I would go buy some old apartments and redo them.
No. I mean, fixing all.
No. He's talking about debt. He's talking about debt and stuff that you accumulated over time.
Then after I'm done with that,
I'm worth 500 million. I'm not worried about no debt.
Yeah, bro, you got 500 million. I mean, you literally quit your job, do whatever you want, start buying everything up. I mean, you could spend a crap ton of money.
You got 500 million. That's cool. That's cool. But if you're trying to also manipulate credit, use the money, go ahead and do business, jump into the fucking shark pool with everybody else and actually make that shit flip and tumble and do acrobatics, you're going to want to know how to manipulate your credit score.
All right. So check this out.
In order to do business, you're gonna have to generate. You're still gonna need credit to back you up. Even with that kind of
Let's flip it. What would be the first charity you guys put money towards?
Now that's something different. Put money towards. I would start my own.
I was just about to say that. I start my own.
I like that idea.
And it would be surrounding more than likely children's education.
Tax bracket. I
guarantee if you have that much money, you're gonna get hit up with a whole nother level of stuff, right? Like I get solicitors at my door. It's like the pest control guy. If
everybody gonna be
on. They're trying to create foundations for you. They're trying to.
You gotta disappear. Nobody can have your phone.
Yeah, I think if I had that much money, I think the more interesting question is if you had 5 mil, because that might be doable. If lucky break, something happened, inheritance, like you could
get a lot of
mil, real. But that's interesting. I don't know.
All right, last question. Because Chris just said something that just hit me. He said you gotta disappear.
Yeah.
So the last question would be, where would you disappear to?
I would never tell.
Right outside of Atlanta.
That's how I know my disappearing gonna be. I ain't telling y'all now. I ain't got the money and I still ain't telling y'all where I disappeared to.
I'm telling you, because if you show up where I'm at, that's a problem.
No, I'll tell you one of my 5.
But yeah, I would not be far away from you. Nah, I wouldn't be far away from you.
One of my 5
where people
Hey,
can
hey,
learn.
Eddie, check this out. One of my five. The one would be the first one. Well, I ain't gonna say the first one, but one of the five. It would be Bali.
That's a spot right now. A lot of people going
Oh
there.
yeah.
And Japan right now. Everyone's in Japan, it seems like.
See, the
I would
problem
definitely,
is,
I would definitely hop the water and go hang in Japan.
The
I
Maldives.
believe in
The Maldives.
my freedom to
Might have
tote
some
my gun,
property in
so I'm not going out the country
Wait, why not Q?
because I can't tote my guns out the country. I'm not going out the country.
You can buy new guns
Not to
when you get
leave.
out there. You
I
got
go
enough
visit.
money.
Wait,
You
hold
got
up.
enough money to buy new guns when you get
Yeah,
out there.
bro. They got gun laws.
You can't buy guns out there. You can't own guns out there in a lot of places.
Well, in a lot of places, yeah, you're right.
It's a lot more strict.
I'll visit, but I'm not living.
Why would they do that, man? That's my First Amendment, my Second Amendment right, dude.
That's for the U.S. A lot of countries don't have those type of rights, but at the same time, a lot of those countries don't have like a lot of violence that we would have here too, though.
Exactly. Boom.
Sound good.
That's my American right. But if I
We
had
have a
Hey, man.
skeptic.
bro, I would buy a house in all my spots. Like I would definitely buy a house out in Hawaii. Probably buy a house out in the Bay, SoCal. Just have a little hub in all the different spots. You know what I mean? Like
Some places.
Now Hawaii is nice. Hawaii is nice. Hawaii is nice. I ain't been to Hawaii since '90, so I know it's way different from what it was. Yeah, Hawaii is nice.
man.
But especially Maui versus Honolulu.
I
Maui
like
is dope.
Honolulu. I like Honolulu.
Yeah. Honolulu's nice. You got the Dole factory out there. You got the sugar cane, the macadamia nuts, the chocolate macadamia nuts, all that type of stuff.
It's happening, man. Maui's good if you're looking for more like kickback, relax, you know.
But listen though, but what I'm saying is, at the age that we are now, if you had a residence in Honolulu, you would have to take a plane. You would have to take a chartered plane to fly from Honolulu to Maui. And it's chilling. The only thing you got to worry about out there, of course, I mean, we got to still go worry about it in Honolulu, but you got to worry about that volcano out there erupting whenever it does. But it's quiet,
Homeless
it's
people too.
peaceful, ain't nobody bothering you.
That's what they don't tell you about Hawaii. They say the homeless people, of all the people that went over there and can't get back, is ridiculous now.
Oh, shut up.
Vesuvius, Krakatoa.
Look it up.
I think they basically would just send them over there, right? Like one-way ticket, go to.
Yeah, they was getting one-way tickets, so a lot of people's over there and stuck, and they over there on drugs and just messed up, and homeless.
Damn.
Hey man, you go to Hawaii, man. If anything, I would learn how to surfboard and set up my own shop, or work with somebody that had their own shop. Either way, like I'm a surfboard instructor.
Hey, you know what? T? You can do anything you want to do, man. Just put your mind to it, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
sounds corny, man. When I was a kid, I was like, they kept pounding that. But it's for real, man. It's all mindset, man. But hey,
Can you imagine getting paid like $40 an hour, $50 an hour just to teach people how to surfboard? That's got to be an incredible gig.
Gotta be fun as hell.
Yeah.
To the shark
Get to have fun the rest of your life. But you gotta know what you're doing in order to do it.
Yeah, the y'all show up.
Do you?
Oh, I can fake it.
Like that's even possible nowadays, right? Because I know
What?
we're like pretty much all around the same age, sort of, right? I know when I was younger, that was sort of a thing, right? Like, you know, you make a lot of money and then you go to some deserted beach and like set up shop, right? And you just walk away from everything. Like,
that's how it was in the 80s, man. That's how it was in the 80s.
Right now, I just want a big piece of land in the woods.
What's up, Q?
You remember the ending scene of what's it called, Chris? Gregory Has and Billy Crystal.
Running scared.
Running scared. Running scared. You know what they did at the end of that movie? They set up shop.
Yeah.
They set up shop.
Oh yeah.
That back in the 80s, that was the whole goal.
I'd rather be
Whether
like
you
Billy
was a
Ray
cop or
Lewis.
something like that, you stole some money, you would end up being somewhere by an ocean or something and just chilling. You know what I'm
I'd rather
saying?
be
You
like
set up shop.
Yep. I'd rather be like Trading Places though.
Oh yeah, trading places. Because you know
And that's
why?
the end I can deal with.
They made
Looking
their
good,
money.
Lewis. Feeling
Yeah, they
good,
made
Billy
their
Ray.
money. They made their money, man. They made their money, bro. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was
They made their money.
Looking good, Billy Ray.
But you don't
Feeling
see
good,
that.
Lewis.
Matter of fact, but look though, you don't see the outcome these days of how to live better in certain films. Like they don't do that no more. It's already been done.
Some
Yeah,
places, you know, they got to show all walks of life. So
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I think maybe they just kept showing that too much. It became cliche, and people expect it, and they want something different, and then they switch it up. Now filmmakers don't even end the story cliffhanger, and then now we can talk about it or like whatever. So they got to
Right.
get creative.
Yep.
Or they don't end it, and then the guys that got the bag and all that type of stuff, and they end up dead or some old crazy stuff like that.
Yeah. All I gotta say though is, I think one thing, and I mean, I don't know if it's just me or whatever, and who knows, because it might be different if it actually happens. But I know if I get money, man, I'm gonna like not try to change really. Like, I mean, yeah, I'll probably upgrade the house, but some fools, they just get like a sports car, this, and this. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna want that, but I don't need that, man. Like,
right. But the whole idea of it is the whole idea of it is that the money doesn't change you, you change the money, right? That should be the whole premise to the whole thing.
Well,
you put yourself in that position, you change it. You change the game.
Thing is, yeah. Here, the money. Well, to be in the position that you're in, and to go from what we're in to having money, you have to make some changes already in the first place. So you will change before you get that money, right? But these are improvements. These are sharpening your knives, right? But the saying isn't that money changes you; it changes the people around you.
Right, but it also can change people too,
everybody's true colors.
Right, but they can also change people too, though.
I think it changes people too.
Yeah, it changes people. It does.
Changes everything.
Attitudes change. You know what I'm saying? Positions of how people think about you change.
Yeah.
Or how you think about them change.
Exactly, because you're in a different mindset, because now you're trying to protect it, and and now you can't pay for dinner for everyone, even though you got 500 mil in the bank, but you're trying to lose it, or you don't want people to take advantage. So,
I think that's what I was about to say. I think all of that is still going to boil down to one of a few different types of experiences on the way to get there. Right? You got people that can inherit that kind of money that were born into wealth, right? And you got folks that are born into wealth that both are humble with their money, and you got people that are complete a-holes with their money.
Yeah.
Right? And actually do think they're better than everybody else because they were born with it. They've never known anything else but that. So everybody that doesn't have it is beneath it, right? Then you have people that earned it. Right?
Yeah.
But see, also, those people have different experiences. Okay? You do. You have people like Steve Harvey, who, and I don't know if he's a billionaire yet, but that's where all them suits came from. That's where them loud colors came from. That's where because that was the thing that made him feel like he had graduated to another level of life. His dressing.
He always looks super fresh. I remember that being a kid watching him on Apollo. Always had a different fit. I know that was part of the whole show and his whole thing, but
And he said that came from him never having nothing, never having enough for any decent clothes growing up, so that when he finally started to make money, yeah, he would go overboard in how he dressed, right? Because he never wanted to feel poor again. When he
The thing I respected him, the thing I respected about Steve Harvey the most was he went cheap when he started.
he went cheap.
Yeah, he did J.C. Penney
Oh,
for suits and stuff like that. So yeah,
hey, I'm glad you
yeah.
guys brought that up because I wanted to actually ask about Tyler. Go back to Tyler Perry, bro. Where did he come from? I mean, I know I could probably pull it up.
Plays.
Okay, so he was on
gospel plays and stuff like that.
Started in churches. Started with church plays, and then the church plays grew to larger stages and kept swelling.
When me and Chris was growing up in Atlanta, I remember, and I never heard about Tyler Perry until he really blew up. But I remember like there used to be these plays called "Your Arms Are Too Short to Box with God" or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It was
all
something.
of those little plays, and then Tyler's plays started sneaking.
Right.
And yeah, we didn't know who it was, but
none of y'all watched. You guys didn't watch any of the shows though, like when he was coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
No.
Now, I ain't gonna say now.
When he started off, there were plays on VHS. There was never any shows.
That's
he
what I was
didn't do
about to say.
anything for like TBS until like years later.
Until after he had started.
When everybody.
After he got the movies. He did the movies before he did the TV shows.
That's why I'm
asking. And I ain't never been that big of a fan of the House of Pain and nothing like that. Yeah, no. The original Tyler Perry stuff is exactly like they just said. He was basically doing these plays, and then they started selling them on VHS tape.
That's smart. Okay, and it kind of had the church God angle, right? And so you can
always just like the movies still do. They still do. Right.
That's so smart. I mean, you need a niche, right? And if you can get those church people, man, come out.
He is. That's basically.
Oh, you know what? And I'm not. Listen, Eddie, I want to know this, right? And I'm not even trying to be funny, but I'm dead serious. I thought about this stuff a few times. Okay, so you being Asian, right?
Yeah.
You're not Korean and none of that stuff. But what I'm saying is Christian Asian. What would it look like if I pulled up to an Asian church on a Sunday morning and I just walked in? Would they greet me with an embrace, or would they be looking at me like, what the hell is this dude doing?
That is good. What is the Sunday scene at a Filipino church?
Yeah, what do you think, T?
I don't know. Because I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm just being honest. I don't know. But I thought about it plenty of times.
If you said
no. I'm not saying Filipino church. I'm just saying that an Asian Christian church. That's what I'm saying. Chris said that.
I said that because I know you're Filipino, so you can give me a personal experience of your church. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't really go to church anymore. I went to Catholic school. I went to church until high school, and then it just really wasn't like vibing with like where I was at high school, college, and all that. Now that I'm older, though, I'm feeling like I want to go back to God. I don't go to church, but we say a prayer now before we eat, that kind of stuff. Because even though I don't go to church, I feel like I have a good relationship with God because I'm talking to Him all the time and I'm thanking Him for everything, right? So that's always number one. To answer your question, though, if it was a Filipino church, man, you would be welcome with open arms, and we'd probably cook some food for you. Where people would smile at you and wave at you. Very friendly, man. Filipinos, they like we'll give you the shirt off our back. Most of us will. Like we'll put ourselves in a bad situation if someone else needs help. You know what I mean? That's why Filipinos tend to stick together a lot. Like family is with family. Like they got a whole bunch of cousins, right? And I might be traveling to New York. I might have fam out there. I'm gonna go connect with them, even though I've never even met them. And it might be like a second, third cousin, right? If it was more traditional Asian, I think you're probably gonna. There might be a little bit of like, whoa, what is that? Like, you don't belong. Everyone in there is like that traditional Asian, but again, it's a different time now, man. I'm from the '80s, dude. '80s and '90s when we were in our little lanes, our little story. It's different now, man. Melting pot. Everyone's, biracial. A lot of mixing. You're in different neighborhoods. So I mean, you never know. Now, if you are a true person of God, they can all be welcoming you with open arms, giving you a hug, asking you what you need, welcoming you, making you feel right. That's what I would like to see from all my religious brothers out there.
Absolutely.
So, amen.
But
that's great. All right. What we got next? What's the next step?
Hey, while we're talking about this, man, I want to shout out this other YouTuber, man. I actually just came across this guy's channel, and I'm not trying to like jam it down your throats or whatever, man. But dude, this guy's pretty legit, man. And I'm still new to investing and stuff. But yo, this guy's like the real deal, man. Wall Street Trapper. So I've come across a number of different people.
I don't even want you
I
to.
heard you before.
I don't know if he's on your radar. If you guys have seen him, he's
I
obviously
know we
blowing
get
up
in.
on social media.
I gotta
Got,
buy
like,
this
1
price.
million
I gotta
followers,
buy it. Dip. I
500,000.
gotta. No. I need you to first focus.
This guy,
just build a position.
like,
of
I'm
it.
literally about
And
to
the
like
reason
watch
why-
all his videos on his channel because this guy knows this stuff about stocks and stuff. And like, if you're trying to make 5 mil or if you're trying to like stack, like, this is a play.
I'm glad you said that. Here's another guy you need to look up, Eddie. Keenan Grace.
That sounds familiar. Hold up.
KENAN space Grace. GRACE. He's dope. I've been following him for probably about a few years. Man. He knows his stocks, his cryptos, what to invest in, what to put some money in. Like, he's dope.
I'm not finding it. What's the last name?
Grace. GRACE.
Okay.
Yeah, Keenan Grace is dope.
Yeah, I seen him too. This guy's good too. There's 4 different guys I found. I haven't been following long enough.
YouTube often.
Yeah, I like him, man.
Man, he's dope. Man. He's dope. A genius. Yeah, he's a genius at that stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been watching him for a few years. I'm paying attention to what he's doing.
Yeah. All you got to do, man, is just mimic them as much as you can.
But the thing I like about him, he's gonna let you know, like, hey, listen, I've been watching this, been following this, I've even invested in this, but I want you guys to know what I'm trying to tell you. This is what's going on. But you know what I'm saying? He's on that type of guy, and it's dope.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I mean, those channels are really, really valuable if that's kind of the focus and making your money grow.
Right.
Or put you at risk of potentially losing it if you're gambling, right? If you come in and you're not prepared and you're sitting on some money and you're trying to invest in this, in stocks and ETFs and index funds, like, if you don't know what you're doing, man, you could just lose it all. So again,
people gotta understand it's slow. It's a slow climb when you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you guys would like literally never believe. So I'm new to stocks, but I started back during COVID. I know, like, everybody seemed like they were investing on Robinhood, right? Yeah. Bro, I just literally can't believe it because it like literally didn't grow for 3 years. And then that like just last year or the beginning of this year, that shit popped. Like not a lot, but we were able to like
something significant, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I guess we got lucky picking some, but you know, I think if I go back and now that I'm older, the play is index funds. You just stack
Right,
it,
but
throw it in the index fund, dude. Because then now you're spreading out the risk. Because if I bet on
even
goes bankrupt, you're done, right?
even on the crypto side, man. Because I remember talking to Q about it, stuff like that, man. I had came into Shiba when it was like, I don't even remember, but it was like the last three numbers was 727. But I had to pull it out. But at the end of the day, though, I was there when it was Shiba was doing that. But Shiba's not going to blow up until 2050. I ain't gonna be around. I ain't gonna be around that long. That would be something I just, you know what I'm saying, just transfer it over to the next generation.
Yeah. I mean,
to the kids, you know what I'm saying?
We're all on the same page, man. But yeah, that's the hard part is when you try to pick one like a Shibu, you're just banking on that one getting bigger and growing, right? And so I think that's why with index funds, they're not as fun though. Like index funds aren't fun, man, because you just throw it in and you don't really, it just goes up over time. But if you get a stock in that, you know, 2x's, 5x's, 10x's, you just turn 1,000 into like 10,000.
Yeah.
And that
I was thinking about this today though. Now that we're talking about what sounds so crazy, I should have invested into S&P 500 like when I was like 14 years old. Real talk, 13, 14. I should have did that.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it now, I think their numbers on the Dow are like for crypto and all that stuff is like 6,000, almost 7,000.
None of us had that presence of mind back then. No, we were playing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So in order for you to buy one stock of that, you gotta spend 7,000.
That's the crazy part, dude. It's so crazy. That's why you gotta. One thing I'm trying to do, and we all got kids, right? For the most, all of us got kids, and I think we're all thinking about surviving and thriving now, right? Living the life we want, 100%. But if I have enough, man, I want to try to just invest $1 a day for my kids, throw it in a stock, you know, and then when
how do you feel with you having kids? With you having kids, right? How do you feel about you not getting those jet skis you wanted? None of that. They're going to be the next generation to do it, right? How do you feel about that? So it's kind of like, even though you've enjoyed your life because you've been building that bridge, how do you feel about you not really having to have a, you know what I'm saying, a situation where you can really enjoy your life the way you want it to, but it goes to the next generation?
Because you always want. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's one of those things where because they're like a piece of me, you just want them to be better no matter what. And I know sometimes, like, I know I feel like I'm too selfish, but I know at the end of the day, for something big like that, I would want them to be better than me, better positioned, right? And I think that's part of the reason why we have so many issues here, is that there's such a major disconnect with, there are some folks who have been investing back in the S&P when you were talking about it, but, you know, there were barriers to get in, right? It wasn't very simple. So I think, you know, I just want to make sure that my kids are set, and at least I can try to help them be in a better position to go to school, do what they want, live the life they want. So,
man, I can talk about this stuff all day. There was a I don't know if it was Hennessy or not. This was like a few years back. But you could put your money into, you know, like wine and stuff like that, wine and whiskey and stuff. I think it was Hennessy. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But just to own a barrel or to put your money to invest in was like $250.
How much?
Old school whiskey, $250. Yeah, this was probably like 3 years ago, man. Old school whiskey, man. A barrel from, I keep saying Hennessy because I think it was Hennessy. Man, stop it.
Depends on how big
Oh
that
my
barrel
god.
is you're talking about.
I mean, just like a regular wooden barrel. I don't know how many gallons it is. Maybe like a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those brewery barrels be big.
yeah, but like probably about the same size and volume of you throw a party, you go to the liquor store, you say, hey man, you got kegs? So it's something like that
It's big.
in terms of that volume. At least I would think so. I don't know.
It's gonna be big. You invest in a barrel that they age the whiskey now, bro. They be on the side. It's like those things big.
But I've missed out. But I'm saying I've missed out on a lot of investments that I saw that I just said, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go ahead and spend the money to do it.
To do
It's
what?
not gonna come back to me tomorrow. Just invest in those things. It's not gonna come back to me tomorrow, but it'll go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? It might not come to me. It'll probably go to my children. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a few things.
And I just gotta look, and then for your life, you just gotta take that L. Say, hey, I did it for the next generation.
Yeah.
And you gotta be okay with taking that L. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be all right with it. I might not be on that boat, but hey, as long I'll be looking over y'all when the time is done, and I'll be smiling because I know what I did.
And you know what? Props to you, man, because you did your part, right? You gotta
Right.
prepare them for the world. You gotta set them up on some level, And so it's
Right.
either time, support,
Mm.
empathy, understanding, right?
Right.
And if you can
Right.
help them financially somehow. I don't know if it's just Filipinos or what, dude, but a lot of Filipinos that in my family, extended family, dude, they leave a house per kid. So again, I don't know.
Per kid.
I went to Catholic
Wow.
school. Well, again, remember, there's levels
Per
to this.
kid.
I went to Catholic school, and that it's something in the older generation. So my mom's in her 70s now or 80s, but it's something in their generation because everybody was thinking the same thing. They're like, oh shit, let me grab 3 houses.
That's what all Jewish
Man, I got a homeboy from Jamaica. He grew up in New York. I got a homeboy from Jamaica that grew up in New York. He told me one time, he said, and he's Jamaican. His wife was Puerto Rican, right? He was telling me, he said, my dad passed away, but he left me this house on the ocean. But that was his investment for the next generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You're leaving at least
Exactly.
something,
Something.
Crazy.
Did he have Jamaican accent still?
Huh?
Did he have a?
Oh yeah. He speaks all that patois and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Yep. Crazy.
Yeah,
I think he's got about 5 or 6 kids. Yeah.
I take some beachfront property in Jamaica. That sounds pretty cool.
Wait.
What you saying?
Dang.
Oh, speaking of that, let me just give a shout out real quick to Ace, man. He's on YouTube. Ace left his job some years ago, and I just started watching him. Probably about 5 to 6 months ago.
Who is this?
Yeah, he's I think his family is from Haiti and stuff, but he grew up in the US, man. He's a dope traveler, travels the world, gets paid off of YouTube, but he breaks stuff so much down in terms of just different cultures and stuff like that. He is dope. And I hit him up. I hit him up a while back too, and he responded to my text message.
Oh look, he's in the Philippines, bro.
Yeah, he's everywhere, bro. He's everywhere.
Hey guys, did you know it's better to watch my videos in 4K? Double check your settings to make sure you.
That's him.
Man, that dude is all over the world, man. I got nothing but love and respect for that dude. Because listen, when you figure out what your niche is and you doing something you love, it's never worked. And he treats it every single time he's on. When I see him online, he treats what he's doing so professional. It's so professional. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give a shout out to Ace. We hope to be where he at, man. I think Ace got like what 500,000 followers or something like that.
500.
Yeah, well, we hope to be where you at, Ace.
This is
And
what
Ace, we don't mind. Listen, Ace, I would love to have you on the show, man. I would love to have you on the show to come in and holler at us, man. Tell us about your journey, bro.
Real.
Yeah.
How you got there? Where you going next?
Yeah, that would be freaking. That would be unreal.
I would love to have him on the show, man. I'm talking about getting him in, getting him over here. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. Tell us about a different culture.
This guy's been doing YouTube for 10 years.
Yes.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. But he made it. He made it his sole. You know what I'm saying? Progression and sole direction, and he didn't stop because he loves to travel. He loves to find out about different cultures and their religions, their backgrounds, their history. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he is what I would call a digital historian, and he's going places that a lot of these people that we grew up with didn't touch. He's going to these certain spots, man.
He just went to Antarctica 5 months ago.
You know what's so crazy? I give an example, Eddie. In the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't know, but I'm just giving an example. I could be wrong. Like he would go into the Philippines, but then he would go deeper into the Philippines to see, for example, if there were any black Filipinos there that had their whole crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's touching turf that a lot of people wouldn't even speak on a touch. So for normal Americans, for normal Americans, we would see that video and be like, damn, there's black people in the Philippines? I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, that's one thing too, man. You know, I said Filipinos are very good people, kind-hearted. I mean, you got to watch out though, because then there's also a lot of stalkers. But if you find yourself a Filipino woman, man, you're set. She's gonna cook, right? Take care of it.
No taking. Well, I will say this, Eddie. I will say this, and I can't believe I'm saying this online. But here's a part of my history, my dating history. I did date a woman. Man, I can't even tell you her name. But anyway, she was half Korean and half white. But she showed, like, we went out one time. I can't believe I'm saying this online. She took me to this Korean strip in Atlanta, and she showed me how they serve their men. I had rice wine. We ate food. It was so respectful. It was so respectful, and it really tripped me out because I wasn't used to that in my own culture. So it tripped me out. I didn't even know how to take it in and respond back in a positive way because, of course, I wasn't used to it, and I even hate to say that, but that's just what it was. So I'm not gonna shout out. She might be married now, so no disrespect. Anything like that. But no, it was definitely a dope experience. I love culture. I love food. I love different cultures of food. I experienced all that. I've been there. You know, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, you know, I am a firm believer, man. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I don't know if it's because I'm older or whatnot, but my faith in God and just things happening when you're ready or when it's time. I'm a firm believer in that because you know, for me, I'm impatient. I'm like a chihuahua. I have too much energy. I just want to talk and react to all these things. That's just who I am.
You
That's
a
how,
fire sign.
yeah. But the crazy thing though is if you're just patient, like things just happen when they're gonna happen. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, boom, there it is. And felt like it took longer than usual, but then it's actually a lot faster than you were thinking, anyways. So,
right.
Keep living right, doing right. It can't go wrong.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, all right, Q took off. Yeah, hey guys, it's pushing midnight.
Yeah, it is.
Little late talk.
Right.
Late talk, TMH Comics.
Yeah. Late talk.
That works.
All right.
But what's let me see what else. I think anybody got some.
Then
I've been
the last
rambling.
topic on the stream is just the second season of Wednesday kicked off. What was it, a week or so ago? It's a few episodes in. Netflix. I think you can pretty much watch most of the episodes. Netflix has gotten into releasing some things on a weekly basis to keep you, stringing along, so you don't just, bake all of it in 1-2 days and then be done with it, moving on to something else. But I'm a couple episodes in. I think it's pretty enjoyable. I don't know if anybody else has ever seen the first season, but I think their take on the new age version of the Addams Family is really, really nice. I think their take on the atmosphere in the Nevermore Academy and all the kids with their abilities, them going into Wednesday's psychic abilities, and showing you that it's not just that they're a creepy family, that they literally are, just like they're describing themselves, as outcasts in the same ways as werewolves and vampires. And season 2 has Pugsley joining the school. I think season 2 is going to be a lot more about Pugsley than people let on, because of what they're showing you he's able to do in the second season. He's popping lightning off from his fingertips. He basically doesn't feel pain, right? He's been named as a future executioner like his Uncle Fester. If anybody ever wondered why Fester looked the way he looked, dressed the way he dressed, because he was a medieval executioner.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But then with super abilities, he can conduct electricity through his body. Even in the old show. Yeah. So Pugsley has developed that ability. Pugsley's real strong too. And he's not afraid of the undead and stuff like that. He has no fear whatsoever. He's already an actor. So I think everybody will get a kick out of it. It's still meant to be kind of a creepy comedy. And it does have lighthearted points, even though it's a very, very dark depicted show, right? It is all about the monsters and the ghoulies and the ghosts and the goblins, right? But they're having some fun. So check it out. Netflix. It'll be done by maybe the second week in September. Is the last episode of the second season. So,
hey guys, I don't want to be too controversial because I don't want to bring controversy to the podcast. But I saw a post on Facebook the other day, and I want to see what you guys think about this. There's a post that's floating around on Facebook and Instagram right now about one of the guys that played, and Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, please. In the Flash TV show, the black dude, the younger kid, it was his name Kid Flash?
Yeah, the guy that played Wally
Okay,
West.
Right, so they have a before and after picture of him. And like I said, I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm just
Is he going
curious
transgender?
about.
Oh, is that what this is, dude? Is he? Is it the costume?
I mean,
or-
because he came out of the closet while he was on the show.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people were saying in the comments that y'all didn't know who he was before he came on the Flash. He had always been like that. This, then, the third.
You're not talking about him, are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's him.
All right. So what happened? I'm telling you, man. When I come in here, like I'm literally like.
Just I don't know. I don't know how you find it if you put up Kid Flash from that TV show before and after, because they had dates on it where it said, I think it was what, I don't even know what date it was. Was it 2021, 2015? I don't remember. And then it says now. There's a split picture. But it is what it is, though. Like I said, I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm just curious about.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, that's it.
Bro, that looks AI.
Huh?
That looks like AI to me. Like, that's a legit picture. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying. Like, is this real?
No, that is him. That's him.
Right on the right.
Nah, that's him.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, not trying to be controversial about it.
Why? I mean,
And I'm curious to know from the audience. No, I'm just curious to know from the audience, those that watch shows, those that read the comic books, because I don't know anymore. Like I'm not really like reading and keeping up with the transitions of the stages and phases of how the comic books transition. You guys can comment. Are there any? Because I don't know. Are there any transgender or cross-dresser superheroes out right now? If there are, you guys can leave comments, because I don't know. I'm just telling you guys I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with it either. I know they have been trying to change a lot of the characters in the comic books because of said issues in society. Right. So there have been a lot of flips.
Yeah.
Right. So
I mean, I'm coming from old school. We all coming from old school, so we didn't have that growing up. We didn't have any of that. So that's the reason why that's my question.
Yeah.
Because we didn't grow up with any of that. So how are we supposed to know, especially if we don't keep up with the transitions of how the books and the shows are changing? We don't know. And listen, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with nothing like that. I'm just curious to know, you know what I'm saying, from that community, if there are any superheroes, please put them in the comments. Like, send a link. We don't have any issues with any of that.
There's got to be.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are, and then yeah, put them in so they can get their fair attention. Right? Because that's what mainly the whole issue is, people being left out, right? So let's not leave people out.
Right.
To me, it's not even being left out. See, the thing is, I think both sides could potentially be right. Like, both sides got a point, right? We're old school, right? So this is kind of newer to me. Like, this started coming up. I mean, we all knew RuPaul growing up. Like, we knew there was some that world was there, but I think it's just more about acceptance. That's the thing to me, because they're doing their thing. They're gonna do their thing no matter what. It's other.
They've been doing their thing. They're in TV shows, they're in films, they're in cartoons now.
That's where the problem is, though, because now they're under a magnifying glass, and there's certain people who are like now got a problem with it, and who are they just got an issue with it, and so now that's their emotional issue they're looking for, and
well,
it could have been anybody.
I think there are certain implications you got to be careful with, right? Same thing with adult topics, period. Number one, keep it away from kids. Keep it away from my kids. Right? If my child can't get a tattoo until he's 18, it's a reason for that. If he can't get his ears pierced without somebody being there legally until he's 18, it's a reason. If he
Okay,
can't
let's
drink
say
till
this.
if he can't smoke till he's 18, drink till he's 21, to join the army or military service. If he can't do certain adult things until he hits that level, it's a reason for that, and it's because of where your mind is.
The one thing I've noticed, and I'll be honest with you guys, whether I'm watching a movie, television show, something like that, I pick up on it quick now because it's always one character that I've noticed that you think, oh, they straight, right? Because I pay attention to that more, like how the whole group of the characters are developed and how they're associating with each other. But then you go, oh, nah, he's straight, and then you come to find out, or she's straight, and you come to find out that this gets intertwined into the whole show. So is that a thing of normalcy now, or is that just something that?
No, yeah.
Because listen. The writer and the director have to talk amongst each other in terms of shooting, developing. So is that a part of the normalcy?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm paying attention to it now, because when I look at character reads and I see what's going on in terms of the film, then I go, yeah, right. Then I go, oh, nah.
They're going for that representation, man, and I think that's the problem, and that's why woke got bad, right? I always get in these arguments with some of my more conservative friends, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Why? How can you guys demonize woke? And again, this is probably very, very unpopular because of the machine, planting all these messages.
That's what the machine does.
It's the machine, bro. They keep planting all this crap. Whatever.
If the machine senses a threat to its foundation, it's going to demonize said threat.
All right, but look though, when did it start? Did it start with Tu Wong Fu? No. I'm sorry, not Tu Wong Fu. I'm lying. What was the movie with Forrest Whitaker and that chick? Because I remember watching that with my father, and I watched it. I was probably like 10 years old, and when I saw it, I said, "What the hell is this?" I'm 10. Forrest Whitaker and some other chick.
Crying Game, right?
The Crying Game. That's when it started.
And it was
the Crying Game.
I think they showed him from the side. I didn't watch it because I was a kid too, man.
Man, when I saw that, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
See, but
especially at 10, you know what I'm saying?
See, so imagine it's just two different perspectives, where you got one perspective being, "Wow, anything is possible. This is a big, huge world. There's different cultures. Some people eat bugs. Some people don't.
Right.
Have, they have dirt floors, right? But then there's some people who are, dirt floors, you're bad. Go round them up.
Right.
Get them.
Right.
Just take their land. Oh, they got that nice beach property there. That's mine. Bro, that's how this world is, man. And it's cool because some people get a pass, some people don't. Some people, they got the media on their side. Some people got money on their side. Deep state, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, we can go for days on that topic.
But you need to be careful because you know what? Shit's changing, right? The freedoms that we love so much, it's different, right? It's not 1980. It's not 1990, right? 2000, we're all together, at least trying to be, right? But
There
now,
were two. Listen, Eddie, there were two actors from the 80s. And look, like I said, I'm not trying to be controversial, but I'm just bringing it up to you. I know we on live. There were two actors that got caught up in that mess too. Because now, when you said this is in the 80s, I'm thinking about the 80s now. It just snapped back into my mind. Howard Rollins got caught up from he's playing in the show In the Heat of the Night. He got caught up, and then there was Eddie Murphy. I think around like what was it, the Metro movie, but they had to explain to the news what was going on. So
what was going on?
I mean, Eddie had went out. Okay, for Eddie had went out. I don't know, 11 midnight, just to go grab a newspaper or a magazine.
Eddie made the
somebody needed a ride. Somebody needed a ride.
He gave a ride.
Wait,
I don't got no problem. I'm a fan of Eddie Murphy. I'm a fan of Eddie
Murphy, right? You mean Eddie?
Yeah, Murphy. Eddie Murphy and Howard Rollins.
Eddie Murphy, right? Now Howard Rollins' case was a little different. He got caught messing around.
Yeah.
Not Eddie Murphy, bro. Not Eddie Murphy, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nah, bro. No.
Yes, we lived through.
I'm not saying that. I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan.
We never got no.
I'm a big Eddie fan. I'm a big Eddie fan.
More than the story.
Hey, but see, here's
I'm a big Eddie.
Here's the thing with
we never got more than the story.
That's what I'm
saying.
We
got no videos.
See, you never know. And that's the thing about this world. In the realm of all possibilities, man, anything is possible. Maybe he
could have. He could have been telling the truth.
Dude, maybe he likes both. I mean, we don't know.
Maybe. That's what I'm saying.
It was just, it was a connection, and like he felt it, went with it, got busted. But like,
listen, I just
but it wasn't that long after that him and his wife divorced. I will tell you that.
Which one?
Listen, I just saw
Nikki, his original wife, when he has all the kids.
You talking about from Nicole? From Nicole?
Yeah.
Listen, I just saw a video yesterday. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm talking about this. But it's to be talked about. But I don't mean anything by it. I'm looking at the video. So I saw a video on Instagram yesterday, JoJo from Jodeci, that was talking about he got into a fight with Johnny Gill. And Suge Knight was there. Suge Knight, and they were talking and stuff. And JoJo from Jodeci said, yeah, Johnny Gill over there, sick and duck. I forgot who did he say it was. Who did he say?
Yikes!
Oh my God, I can't think of the other artist. I can't believe and I didn't save it on my phone because I didn't want to believe it. But I forgot who the artist was. I'm sorry, but I remember him saying that in that video, and I said, "What?"
See, here's the thing about that. I can speak on that. This is my take. And remember, guys, like I'm from California, and I'm from the '80s, going into the '90s, 2000s, and like you can already sense, like I want to try to be a good person. I want to understand people, but actually, my brother, my half brother, he's homosexual, right? And I didn't know when I was younger, and then, but he always would bring a friend, right, to the family parties. He wasn't too close to us; he was kind of distant. But you know, when I think about like what they're going through, where like you might need a second life or like a hidden life, you got a secret, you know, partner that you can't be around, you know, because you got to maintain this image. And so to me, that's where I know one side's right and one side's wrong. Because if someone needs
everybody,
I think it, hey, George Michael, bro, like anyone,
right? And look, and I never knew that
to be straight, right? And
like, I never knew that, and I never looked at him like that neither. I never knew that.
Caught, right?
He got caught.
But can you imagine though, living your whole life? I know we've all gone through our own issues, our own trials, whatever, struggles. But damn, could you believe that for like 10, 15 years, you just got this whole secret life because you're worried about what society's going to do, or you're worried about getting targeted. Like
Well, it was a little bit different back then. It was a little bit more harsher.
What do you mean?
So what they tried to do was slide it in to where
Well, he was in the public bathroom.
they
It was
tried to
harsher
slide it in
because
to
it was
where it
getting
made it a
caught in
little bit
public.
easier. They wanted to make it a little bit easier on those that did what they did. They wanted to smooth it over. So it's like baking a cake and you got to put the frosting on. But the way you put the frosting on is taking that knife and smoothing the frosting out and kind of directing the frosting to the way you want it to be designed. So that's pretty much what it was. And that's how they did it. They smoothed it over to where now it's in Hollywood. It's in the films you watch. It's in the music you listen to. It's in, you know what I'm saying? All those type of things. So, yeah, it's a little bit different.
I wouldn't even call it smooth. They kept protesting and forcing their way in.
They did.
Until people started to stop. Until people started to
No,
stop.
but look though. If you go back, we talked about earlier.
They was getting attacked in the streets and people.
No, but look though. Earlier, the first thing we spoke on earlier was the Ghostbusters. We talked about like some of these movies from the 80s. And to be honest with you guys, me as a kid in the 80s and watching like movies like Lucas, Goonies, Lost Boys, Ghostbusters, you know what I'm saying? Like The Boy Who Could Fly and
Pretty in Pink.
Yeah, Pretty in Pink.
Yep.
The Navigator, whatever you call it, whatever the Navigator movie was, Legend with Tom Cruise. I never saw any of that. I never saw that other side of film.
Duh, you weren't supposed to. You was a kid.
No, right. But what I'm saying, is,
kids.
This right, the whole but what I'm saying is,
in the first place, it was just
listen,
not being allowed shown to your children before they were ready to.
But what I'm saying is, because of that, I didn't grow up in this new era of what's going on now. So now I have to pay attention and go, oh, okay, well, hey, when I step outside of the crib or this, that, and third, this is what's really going on. And I have to be aware of it. But at the same time, you know, me teaching my children about and showing them what was in the 80s to what's going on now, it's two completely different things. Because now they got to deal with that stuff. I didn't have to deal with that.
It is.
If you heard about something, if you heard about it, you'd be like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but you also don't have to teach them how to use a rotary phone either. Because that has changed.
Say what? I didn't hear you.
But you still calling people. They still storing phone numbers. They still got a phone book to look through. You still going through messages. You still get messages in a different way, but you still get messages. What I'm saying is, subconsciously, people block what they don't want to adjust to. Because everybody knows how to adjust and adapt. But you'll hear a bunch of people that don't want to adjust to technology will tell you, no, I don't know how to use a new phone. Yes, you do. It's the same as it was on paper, but now you just have a flat little button touch. But now you're acting like you can't do the same thing you did on paper and check a box on paper when now all you have to do is touch the box on the screen. Oh, duh. Nah, stupid. They made it easier for you, but you don't want to adjust to the new platform because you are subconsciously rejecting it. You are thinking it's new and it's something that's too complicated for your brain to understand. So now you subconsciously don't even want to get involved. Old people in technology is the easiest explanation for that.
Mindset, man.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Alexander the Great was bisexual.
See, and that's why, bro. That's why it would just be so much easier.
They have been around since the beginning of time.
there's no energy, bro, if you just let people be and give them the space to do what they do in their house. I mean, as long as you ain't hurting people or some other things.
Oh,
But
I'm
You know
wrong.
what changed?
You know what? No. You know what, guys? You know what,
Charlemagne and
guys? I'm
Western
wrong.
civilization
I
changed all
apologize.
of that. And the Vatican,
I
they
apologize.
changed all of that.
I apologize, y'all. I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. Because now, like I said, when Eddie brought it up, my mind going back to the 80s. You guys, I'm completely wrong. It didn't stop. It didn't start there. What movie did I say it started? Well, I thought it started from
Crying Game.
Said Crying Game, which was
Crying Game. I'm completely wrong. Guess what?
Sorry,
Guess what?
I got stretched.
The first time I started, excuse me, the first time I saw it. Guess what movie it was, Eddie?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Huh?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
No. Mannequin.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I'm completely wrong. But you know what though? As a kid, I didn't think anything about that.
Because there's
I
nothing.
thought nothing about
entertainment.
Right. As a kid, there's nothing to think about. But I'm just saying. Now, when I go back and really think about it, the Mannequin is where it started for
And
me.
they had you
I ain't gonna say
downplaying
for everybody else.
same man,
First time I
same
saw it.
man, right?
Hollywood.
Same man. That same man. They had you downplaying it in your brain watching designer women act like he wasn't gay.
I never watched Designer Women, so I don't. But
my mama did, so I did.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes for actors they get typecast in type roles to where people feel like if you had a movie that really blew up, that's the only thing you can do. Example, Gary Coleman. Nobody, whatever Gary Coleman got into, you always go to Gary Coleman and say, "Oh, different stroke." You know what I'm saying? You'll never look at Gary Coleman like doing the action movie and be like, "Oh man, he did good in Bad Boys 1." You would never look at him like.
Making it past 4 feet kind of hindered a lot of people too. But
I mean, him and Kevin Hart could do the Bad Boys.
We did see a lot of other dwarfs. Shouts out to Warwick Davis. We did see that there are some dwarfs that can become quite versatile in what they do. Vern Troyer, shout out to me.
Oh, but look though, you said, listen, Chris, you said designer women. If you really paid attention to it, listen.
Hollywood was
anti. But listen, if you really paid attention
they
to
tried
it,
to act like Anthony wasn't gay, and I'm looking at the show like,
no, but
you're
look
not
though,
going to tell me that this man ain't feminine.
But if you really paid attention to it, he kind of acted the same way he did in Mannequin that he did in Class Act.
See, but maybe it's also like John Ritter in Three's Company. See, again,
in what?
Three's Company?
In Class Act.
Man, that dude was a bachelor, man. That dude was a bachelor.
I don't know, man. He seemed
Yeah, like see, Jack Tripper was Jack Tripper was a horny
Jack Tripper was a bachelor, man.
I don't know. He definitely don't seem like the Fonz. You know what I mean?
He was always trying to sleep with Janet and Chrissy. He was always trying to get
he was a bachelor. He was a bachelor.
You gotta go back and
see
watch
his
the show.
friend. Well, not even his friend. It was actually the landlord that thought he was gay. He wasn't gay. Jack Tripper wasn't gay.
No, they told him he was gay in order to let him live with those two ladies.
Live there, right, exactly.
But on the show,
but listen,
and remember, this is from
listen, y'all,
6, 7, 8, however old I was pretty young because it was.
He didn't look.
Nobody was picking up on
matter of fact,
he was horny all the time. They never.
It was the landlord that thought it was gay. And matter of fact, it wasn't Furley. It was the other landlord. I forgot his name. Oh boy. So they thought he was gay. He wasn't gay. Mr. Roper. He wasn't. Roper thought he was gay.
They lied to Mr. Roper. He didn't think. They told him he was gay in order for him to let him move in with them ladies.
Right.
You know, back then again, it was old school. They wasn't really trying to let a single man live with two single women like that. They thought it was freaky. Right. So they had to tell him he was gay in order for it to seem like a normal situation.
So Eddie,
even back then,
What's up?
So
do
he
you
would
think that?
act,
Do you
so he
think?
would act soft around Mr. Roper. He
Eddie,
would
do you
act
think the
soft
theme
around
song was
Mr.
gay?
Roper.
Say it one more time, T.
Growing up watching the show, did you think the theme song was gay? Come and knock on our door, come and knock on our door, baby, waiting on you.
I think it was just the time, man. I think it was honestly just the time, dude. You know,
Here's
Yeah.
the time and the irony about the fact that actually, if you think about it with a grown-up mind, they filmed it
Okay.
almost in the same way that they were filmed in the 70s porno film, so that you would think like that all the time.
Chris, listen, Chris, here we go again. My mind is reverting back. So every time I think about the 80s, listen, my mind keeps, hold on, here we go. Right, my mind keeps thinking back. So I just said, what did I just say, y'all? I just said, what did I say? I said mannequin, right? And now that we're talking about Three's Company, my mind just reverted back to Too Close for Comfort.
I don't know that one.
Oh yeah, Monroe was gay. Yeah,
Monroe. Yep.
Monroe was gay.
So now my mind is reverting back.
It was a good show because he was a good comedian, but he was old back then. This was these guys we were watching back then. We were watching some of the older guys in their later years that our parents watched as young folks.
But even as a kid, you're not even because you're not even in that world. You're in the world of because like the major thing back then in the 80s was fantasy and sci-fi. Those were the two major films. It was fantasy and sci-fi. Of course, horror was there too. But you're not even thinking. If you watch a TV show, the last thing you're thinking about is something like that, right? Because you don't even know. You're ignorant to it. You're young. Oh, okay, I like this show, but you're not even looking at it from that perspective. And I think social media and stuff like that has put it into a perspective to where now it's like all you really think about, or you got to say pause before you say something, or this, that, and the third. But back then, you weren't even paying attention to any of that. You just liked the show because you liked it. That was it.
Again,
yep.
And I know we're talking entertainment.
We was too young to catch it.
We all got a point, right? Like there was a coordinated effort to normalize stuff that wasn't normal, like accepted within society. Like it was a keep putting it out.
A build up.
The movie, get
correct,
whatever.
Because we went from stuff like that to watching shows like Empire, where they have homosexual activity on national TV, kissing in your face. You know what I mean?
And what I end up always going back,
but it's adaptation.
Yeah, I mean it's just change, more open society, whatever, woke. I mean, again, I don't know.
And acceptance and inclusion leads to adaptation.
Yes. And so I think that's why it's very simple. When it's like, man, if somebody cannot love someone else, guy or girl, whatever, I got a problem with that. You know what I mean?
I agree. Simple question. All you got to do is ask yourself what you're going to do when your kids say something to you about it. You going to stop loving your kids if they come out to you?
Some might have an issue with that.
Some people do.
Crazy.
I think so too.
But that tells me that, damn, you must have had a hard life. Like, let's say a prayer for someone like that, because they got a hard life. They're not a forgiving person. Damn, their life must be trash. Like, let's be real, because
and their beliefs will probably beat into them.
For sure. So again, and I'm not trying to judge anyone who's like that, because everyone's entitled to believe what they want.
And
so I'm not.
I say probably. We can't ever assume, but yeah.
But if you're
straight up,
so I mean, chances are you may not be happy often. You're just kind of
right.
there. You know what I mean?
And the chances are you were growing up in a household where you really weren't even allowed to think of them.
Exactly. Right. And because It works both ways, man. Because anyways,
It does. It does.
When you go back and look at some of these shows from the 80s, when you could tell that somebody was gay back then, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that. I don't even want to say that, man, because I think it's disrespectful. I was just gonna say that the show would have an instrumental instead of it being lyrics. But anyway, I'm sure.
like, damn, where did this come from? It was the freaking it was the Flash Kid Flash, bro.
Yeah, chill out before you get canceled.
yeah. Hey, peace and love to everybody, right? In the U.S., all across the world. I mean, man, just be a good person, the best you can. That's subjective too, but just man, love each
Hey,
other.
the last people to judge somebody for being who they are, getting ridiculed for it, should be black people.
Oh, of course. I'm not judging anybody. I was just speaking on what's been going on in the TV
I wasn't calling you out. I wasn't saying you.
I'm just saying.
As black folks, we ain't got no place to be judging nobody else for what they want to do. As a matter of fact,
when you
we
think about,
tend to be the shield. We tend to be the shield for everybody else to come out.
I'm just saying. When you think about these things, if anybody ever thought about when did it happen? What was the date where it came from? That's all I'm saying. Like, if you go back and think about it, it's been here, but we're just now really getting used to it, or trying to get used to it, because they've taken it from TV to switching it over to film, and so now it's like it's expected to happen.
You know what the next thing is? The next phase, they're going to start teaching it in kindergarten, because they want to get them when they're under 6.
Well, and that's where I was saying the moral implication for me about it was called keep it away from the kids.
Hey, man, think of the kids, man.
It's a reason why you can't get your driver's license till you 16 or 18. It's a reason why you can't drink till you 21. It's a reason why you can't get tattooed till you're 18. You can't rent a car until you're 25, because that's when you truly cross over to being able to make rational adult decisions.
Your frontal lobe does not develop for most people until they're after 25.
So if you can't do all of that until you're 18, I'm supposed to tell you that it's okay for you to decide to mutilate your body?
But see how
because of a feeling you're having and you're 13 years old?
I need to see.
Nah, you finna wait. You gonna wait.
See, I think that's also where the disconnect is. That's an emotionally charged thing. Oh my God, little kid changed their body. They didn't even talk to the parents. Where are the stats? Show me the stats. That machine we were talking about, they're so good at getting everyone emotionally charged, and it's all bull. It's not even facts, bro, but everybody believes it, and then they all talk to each other, and then they all believe it. They're all scared together about change and about these adjustments that's happening right around the world, new technology, whatever.
That's where a lot of these books in schools are
do you think
controversy right now.
Do you guys think that Hollywood said, you know what, F it, let's stop hiding it, let's go ahead and put it out here in these shows and movies? Because I think to a certain extent, now that I'm thinking about it, is that what we watched growing up. What we watched growing up, it was hidden. It came out a little bit at a time over the years.
It's the reason why it's called coming out of the closet, dude. They were tired of hiding. They were tired of being backlash for who they are. They wanted to be included in everyday life in society. They protested and marched for this, bro. They do it every year. It's called Pride. They weren't secret about any of it, dog. They were tired of being secret about it. They protested and marched for it specifically. And then when they did that, What you're realizing is how much of Hollywood is actually gay.
You're talking exactly. They're
actually gay,
There
bro.
was a lot of money there.
Your producers,
They were pumping
your showrunners, your writers.
Yep.
That's how many gay people have been on the staff.
Yep. Yeah.
So now they're writing themselves into the script. And they're not hiding who they are in the script. Same thing with transgender people. They're just writing themselves into the scripts now. Because they're not hiding it. They're done with it. Because we're adapting to it. They've been protesting and marching so long. And we've been seeing it for so long. And they've been convincing, here's the other part, they've been convincing other folks in Hollywood, and some folks in Hollywood were just on their side. Like people like Marlon Wayans, who has kids who are transgender.
Bro, Dwayne Wade.
And you're talking about they're following the machine because they're willing to dress up as women on national TV. Man, you could say that, but then you have to go look at the fact that Shanae is him dressing up as his sister. Martin was dressing up as his sister Ursula. Go look it up. He didn't make up some female character because they wanted him to be female. Nah, he wanted to exaggerate his sister.
So at some point it's entertainment, and for some people it's like real life.
Right.
And then now but it is definitely weird though that if it is on the uptrend, like where did it come from? So maybe that's what he's trying to say. Is like, yo,
because there's also always been this underlying Hollywood thing, especially with us black men, about using the cross-dressing as a form of buck-breaking your celebrities on national TV, which is why you still get a lot of black male stars that refuse. But they can't deny somebody like Marlon Wayans, who has children who are experiencing it, being willing to participate willingly as a father and a brother and a cousin and a, you know what I'm saying, to somebody who might be having these feelings, right? Or like you said, somebody like Martin Lawrence, who didn't just decide to go through Big Mama's house, which was monumental hits. White Chicks, monumentally hit, right? We could talk about them dressing up as them girls, but we all went to see the movie and we all watch it when it comes on TV and we all laugh our asses off at what they do. So why talk about Eddie Murphy dressing up as a mama and a grandmama along with the father and the cousin going, oh, Hercules. We're going to talk about him like he's a sellout, but we laughed our asses off at it. Really? That's what we're doing? Sometimes we got to check the adaptation that we're willing to accept versus what we're not. And go deeper into our subconscious and really look and see that it's really us being stifled by not being willing to adapt to the change.
Bro, 100%.
Which is why we can't see it. We don't see it because subconsciously we don't want to.
It's just so much easier, man. I swear to God, and this isn't the answer to everything, man, but God, it's just so much easier to give everyone the space to do you. Right?
It's like, the same thing with racism.
I like that. Like that's the path, not whatever path is going on.
It's the same thing with racial prejudice. It's no different. People don't adapt to what they don't want to adapt to. It would be easy to make a decision to be like, oh, that's who you with? Cool. Why does it have to affect my personal emotions? Just because you're my kid and you chose that little Spanish girl.
What if you don't even know them?
Okay.
What if you don't even
So
know
it's-
them? How does that affect you?
Enchiladas for dinner on Thursday. What are we talking about? You know what I mean? So then you also have to look at the fact that there are, there's always both sides to each coin in every facet. So this debate is always going to continue.
Yeah.
Right? And people are going to have their valid points on one end, and people are going to have their valid points on the other end. And understanding is the key to getting along with it. You have to, I think I said it last week, we have to accept people that want to be it, just like we want them to accept if we don't want to participate.
Was that the pronouns thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I think it goes.
So it's the same thing. It's the same thing with that. If you want to come out the closet, cool. So I don't deserve to hate you because of it. And I'm not speaking as me, I'm speaking as John individual, right? I don't have the right to hate you because of who you choose to be. But you don't have the right to try to force me to accept your lifestyle.
I think that's
it's the same. It's the same as the pronouns.
It should go both ways.
It's just understanding.
Yeah, but you can't get in the middle of what they're doing over there. Right?
And choice, right?
You're not
right. I don't have the right to tell you not to do it.
Exactly.
As an adult, now as my child, I have a right to tell you you can't do it until you're old enough to make that decision.
Oh shoot! Hey y'all, I gotta jump, guys.
Yeah, we're over 2 hours.
Yeah, we're over. My son.
I think that this is a good place to cut. We've all been at it, and before we get too intense,
this is a crazy conversation, though, bro. How did we get on this? T trying to get us canceled, bro.
Let's not worry about it.
Yeah,
we can definitely all use some lessons. We can definitely all stand and be open-minded with each other. Again, there's too many facets of life, and in too many ways to be peacefully happy, right? If you don't want to accept it, don't accept it, but don't be mad at the people that do.
Yes. And one thing to add to that, man, life is too short to be worried about other people, man. Like, yo, soon as one day you wake up and you're 40 years old, right? And like, it just goes way too fast to get caught up in certain news channels and feed into that.
Perspective, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, go out to the beach, man.
Because think about it. Because again, right back at that same thing. If life's too short for the straight man to be playing around, life's too short for the gay dude to be hiding around too.
Let me say this. I don't have a problem with anybody having their own sexual. No, I'm dead serious. Don't whatever to me. I don't have a problem with whatever sexuality it is.
He joking with
you. No. I'm just no. What I'm saying is, listen.
Too late,
I don't have a problem with what people's sexuality is. I just got to thinking about it over the years of when did it start? Because growing up and you start seeing it and then boom, it changed so drastically and so fast that it was just like, oh, now I have to accept it because every famous movie or popular movie I want to watch, I got to see that. I got to see that in there. So it is kind of like you're trying to make me accept it, and I'm not saying that I do or I don't. I'm cool with whatever you're gonna do, but I don't think that it should be made into every film, a TV show you watch. It doesn't have to be. Like, when did that start? That's what I was saying.
There's a lot of money in Hollywood, and CJ said it earlier. I don't want to repeat it, but there's just a lot of money, and so they're gonna pay for that They're gonna pay for that representation, man. All right, yeah, I gotta go, man. But yeah, this was this was crazy.
We went over too, and I'm hungry myself, and it's after midnight.
Man, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to refresh my page. My bad, y'all. But no. I didn't hear what you said, Eddie. But I was just saying that, just thinking about it back in the day, it was
We
just kind of
trying
crazy.
we
But
trying to
I
get
didn't.
out of
I
the
look.
habit.
No. No.
No, I mean,
I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring it up. Listen, y'all. I didn't bring it up
yeah,
to
you
start. No,
Hey
listen,
man,
no.
don't backtrack and
you,
Eddie,
explain
man.
nothing.
I didn't bring
Hey
it
man,
up to start.
it's content for the conversation.
Listen.
Don't explain nothing.
Listen.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, you
listen.
connect,
I
man.
didn't know. Don't try to double team me. Don't try to double team me. Listen, I didn't bring it up. Pause. As soon as you say pause, but I didn't bring it up to start anything. I just want to know what you guys' thoughts were on it. That's the only reason why I brought it up. That was it.
Well, and I'm saying it was content for conversation. Don't explain nothing. You brought up a part of the conversation, we discussed it.
Yeah, man. Hey, this light talk, man. You never know what's gonna happen, man. It might be comic books, it might be culture, it might be Diddy.
Hey man, light talk is light talk. Let's go.
Hey, we might
Y'all
see
have a
y'all
great
next
night.
week. We may or might not see y'all next week.
Yes, we will. Y'all will see us next week.
Whoever watches this, appreciate you wherever you're at. Just hope you're doing well. Hope you got everything you need. Enough food, roof over your head. Some money in the bank, and just enjoy.
And peace of mind.
And I'm
Y'all
gonna
have a
Q
good
with
night,
it.
man.
That way Q could hit behind me on this.
All right, we out.
Later.